Hey, what is up, guys? John from Magic Tech Review, and in today's video, we are going live about ZTE. My lord, what has transpired in just a couple days? What is going on, everybody? Welcome to CV Tech. What is going on, CV Tech?
Man, I can't tell it, man. How's it going?
Man, I'm just surprised, man, how fast the ZTE thing is rolling, man.
I know, man. It's crazy. I mean, just in like boom, just like that, It's like over, gone.
Yeah, I mean, not officially yet, but it's seeming that way.
Almost.
Yeah,
Almost.
They're saying that we're going to go ahead and read the articles from CNN, money.com or whatever. I'm not going to say that they're reliable. Sometimes they're not, but you know what I'm saying? Everybody's been hitting me up about this news article. Everybody's been in the chat, Discord, comments, Facebook chat rooms and stuff like that. So we're going to go ahead and address it. Before we do, go ahead and leave a like on the video if you enjoy the content. Subscribe to become part of the Magic Tech Review family. Comment down below if you're in the replay crew what you think about this or anything else. And also subscribe to CV Tech. Definitely do that.
Most definitely. Hit that subscribe.
And plus, I'm only 5 subscribers away, man, from 17,000.
That's what's up, man. I think I'm around, I want to say 40 maybe from 13,000. So I'm hitting there. Yeah.
Yeah, he like yeah. A little something. Yeah, Cardinal King, what's up, NTR? It's a sad day. Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. I'm like pooped, man. Because ZTE, man, was one of those companies, man. They actually sent me 2 phones in the past. So 2 phones in the past. They sponsored me. You know what I'm saying? Invited me to go up to the New York thing. I met with some good people, man. Mr. Fisher, or from oh my God, I'm forgetting him now, but I met with Flossie Carter. I met with Jay Williams, Paul Tech. I met with Tech Right. So I met a lot of really cool people, man, at that ZTE event. So you know what I'm saying? First place I ever got a media badge. You know what I'm saying? Actually, I have it right back here. I'll show you guys my media badge real quick before we get started with everything. But got the media badge. That's pretty cool. So that was pretty dope. Got the media badge right there. Look at that, ZT Axon M Media. You know what I'm saying? Magic Tech Review right there. So
yeah, man.
That was awesome, dude, to have your own little media badge with your name on it, pick it up or whatever, put it around your neck and everything. That was dope, man. That was so cool, man. Just reminiscing a little bit here on the ZTE stuff, you know what I'm saying? They gave me the bag, send me off with a bag with a 20,000 milliamp battery pack in it. So that was pretty awesome, man.
Yeah, I mean, well, Cardinal King, I mean, talking about somebody possibly buy out ZTE and continue operations. The only problem with that is just, a lot of times whenever businesses get bought out by somebody else, either the majority of the time, it just ends up worse than what it was before. I've noticed that with a lot of phones in the past. I mean, I remember back in the day, Nokia was awesome until Pantech bought them out, and then the Nokia name went to pot. And that's happened with several others. Motorola was really awesome, and they're still good, but they're not as good under Lenovo as they was when they was Motorola. So I mean, a lot of times whenever a company buys them out, they just seem to kind of fall by the wayside.
Yeah, true. I still think they're doing some really cool stuff with Lenovo. Actually, I think they were at their best with Google, of course. But I mean, come on, that's Google. You know what I'm saying? But I think they're still doing, somewhat okay. They're still doing pretty good. But Tech Grants, man, thank you for that $1.99 donation. Thank you for supporting the channel and these streams and Little John. Yeah, it's awesome. So basically, ZT, they can't buy hardware. They can't use the software Android. So they're basically just up the creek without a paddle right now, and I guess they're just they're like they're just sitting there at the factories and they don't know what to do. Like, what do you do?
Yeah, because
So
I mean ZTE can have all the I mean they can go with MediaTek, they can go with all this other Chinese stuff, but if they don't have Android, they're just
yep. And
nothing.
if they have to go with Samsung or Samsung processors, Samsung's not going to make it easy on them. You know what I'm saying?
Shoot, no.
When your partner or not partner, when your
Rival.
competitor is down, man, you know what I'm saying? What do? You're not going to be like, oh, come on, come over here, don't worry, pat you on the back and say, don't worry, we'll pick you up and help you out. You know what I'm saying? No, then Samsung might look bad because they're selling ZTE, those processors or whatever like that. I mean, they can, but they don't want to put their hands into it. They don't want to get their hands dirty with that stuff. So, it would have to be, oh my God, was it MediaTek? There's, ZTE's been reaching out to these other manufacturers or whatever. But I mean, if you've already designed a whole phone around, to put a Qualcomm Snapdragon chip in there, and you've already, got the glass maker, and you've already got the cameras and the parts, and to just have to just scrap all that, repurpose the whole phone, design and everything, that's a big deal. It's not easy to do. So, and then you talk about the OS, like that's just, you might as well just throw the whole thing out the window.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, I mean, just because like I shouldn't get a Huawei or ZTE phone. I mean, yeah, I mean, they're still going to probably be. I'm sure they're going to still be operational. They're not going to probably sit there and stop. Because I mean, they got but.
I mean, they don't update their phones anyway now, so what's the difference?
I mean, there's no updates anyway. So I mean, you might get more from Huawei than you'll get from ZTE, but I mean, if you can find them, I would grab them. I mean, that's just my opinion. I mean, what's your thoughts on that? I mean, honestly, if you're thinking about buying a ZTE phone now, I would definitely grab what's going to be left.
Yeah. I'm going to continue to use my ZTE phone until the day it stops working. I mean, it's still a phone. It's still going to work. It's still going to, function. It's not like once they, even if they shut it down, it's still the phone itself will still continue to work.
Mm-hmm.
Future phones, you might not be, obviously they might not put out, but man, that's a lot of product, man, that we were looking forward to. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hey, what's up, Robert Allen? What's going on? I see y'all's comments. So
yeah, I mean, the only problem with is just with ZTE could get parts. It ain't that. It's just if they're wanting to ban ZTE in general, they're not going to sit there and let them use Google's Android system on their phones. Mm-hmm. Like everybody, talking about merging together and all like that, whatever, be fine. The only problem is anybody who sides or goes with ZTE is going to have the same kind of issues because of what they're doing already, which is bad, which is really sad. That they're taking it that kind of extreme over something small that ZTE done.
Mm-hmm. So let's see here. So yeah, so basically this is just our live stream for all the questions out there talking about ZTE and everything like that.
Walsmart's original, I agree 100%, saying that I think it's a business propaganda. I think it is too. I think a lot of it is the fact that ZTE, like I've said this here several times. Y'all can disagree with me if you want to. That's fine and dandy. I don't really care. We all got opinions. But I think it's that Huawei and ZTE are getting so big in the U.S., and Huawei got so big, they knocked off Apple for the second spot and knocked Apple down to third, and they're on Samsung's heels, that they got their hand in the jar somewhere wanting them out of here. And, I mean, that's my thoughts on it. I mean, yeah, they can sit there and blame it on this, that, and the other, but and really, from my personal opinion, and I don't care who likes it or don't like it. That's what I think. Is the fact that they just don't want the competition, because Apple and Samsung are like huge, and they just don't want the competition like Huawei is bringing.
Yep. Yep. Can you explain why ZT has been sanctioned, please? Mana. Okay. Well, I guess back in the day, they were selling parts to Iran and North Korea or something like that. They were selling some processors and whatnot, and they had sanctions or they had bans on selling those countries' products. So they basically just they basically told ZTE to quit, and they gave him a fine, and then they also threatened them with sanctions. So they paid the sanctions, and I think they were supposed to reprimand some type of employees, and they didn't reprimand them or whatever. So that's basically what happened. So they
Yeah.
they go ahead.
No, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, so yeah, so basically that's what happened. So they paid the fine and everything, and they were supposed to reprimand and fire some people. They fired some people, but didn't reprimand them and all that. So I think it's a little bit reaching, but whatever. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I mean the thing. I mean, that's my whole thing. I mean, they paid how many millions of dollars was it they paid, and then they wanted like you said that they wanted to fire people and punish people, whatever, and they didn't do exactly what they're supposed to do. So now they want to just shut ZTE out in general. And Take Insanity, what's up, man? He says, hope Xiaomi is not next. Well, see, Xiaomi is not a big competitor here in the U.S. Xiaomi is a huge manufacturer overseas, but 99% of their phones do not have the LTE bands here in the U.S. So if Xiaomi became a huge competitor in the U.S., you probably would see the same thing happen to them eventually. I got a feeling that anybody that comes up against Apple and Samsung and is threatening to knock them off is going to have the same problem as Huawei and ZTE. Yes, what ZTE done was not right, but they pay for it. They paid their fines for it, and yes, they did not. And yes, they did not reprimand or punish the workers or whatever like they wanted them to. But oh well, you know what? Whatever. Why this extreme? You know?
Mm-hmm. Hey. All right. So yeah, but we're not here to argue the fact that, whatever, they did something wrong and they did something right. We're just here to talk about where they can go from here, what they can still do, how they can still, prosper. Can they still prosper? Who's coming up next? So who do you think, guys, are going to replace ZTE and Huawei? Because obviously Huawei and ZTE, they're pretty much going to be done in the United States. So who do you think is going to be a big upcoming company that's going to be sold in the United States now, that in lieu of ZTE or Huawei? What do you think? What are your
Um,
thoughts?
Myself personally, I mean, I really don't know. I mean, it's just Motorola is down Lenovo. This is a good chance for them to really rise up. This would be a good chance for HTC to rise up, but who knows? Michelle asked, what would say is the best Huawei phone to get a 30 gigabyte and has good camera and battery life? I would say either the Honor 7X or the Mate SE, the Huawei Mate SE for between the 200 and 250 price range. I got the Honor 7X and I really like it, but I heard that but there is more ROM and RAM in the Mate SE for a few more dollars. So either one of those two is really good. Blue is going to replace them. I mean, Blue, they admitted that they was sitting there stealing information and stuff like that, whatever. But Blue ain't a big competitor here, so it's kind of like brushed off, because Blue's not really a big, thing here.
Mm-hmm. Cool pad. Cool pad. Don't
Well,
make me laugh.
now CoolPad overseas is huge, and if they actually brought some of them really good phones they made over yonder over here, who knows?
Yeah, I mean, they brought the one phone, Cool Pad Canvas, that was pretty decent. It wasn't like the best in the world, but it was fairly decent for $50. I did do a review on that, so if you want to check that out. Also, CV Tech did a review. Check that out as well. I think we both gave it pretty good grades, right? Both.
Yeah, I mean the CoolPad Canvas, from my experience, it worked good for a while, and then it began to start bugging out. I gave it factory resets 2 or 3 times, and it worked fine for like a week, and then it would start bugging out again. So, and I've heard others say the same thing. So, I don't know.
So it's just one of them things. I mean, Little
Yeah.
John used his for a long time, man. It didn't really. I mean, it was pretty good until he dropped it in the toilet or the tub. Took a
Yeah.
shower with it. So, but it was $50 phone. You know what I'm saying? You can't expect like that much from a $50 phone. But then again,
So, since this whole ZTE deal, man, what's going to be your? I mean, I know you're a big ZTE, which I'm a big ZTE myself, but I buy, numerous different manufacturers. What's going to be your go-to?
man, I might start messing with some Motorola, some Lenovo, man. You know what I'm saying? I might start messing with them. Uh, I don't know, man. I don't even know myself. I mean, I don't buy a lot of phones anyway, so uh yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not a big phone buyer. I'm more of a just a type reviewer. I give a lot of I give a lot of opinions and stuff like that. So I'm not really that goes and buys a million phones either. So
Mario,
I would
no,
love to, but I can't. So I have to just kind of give my opinions on stuff. So
Mario, no, I'm not saying the buying a Huawei Mate SC is not a good idea because I mean, you can buy the Mate SC at some places for like $230, and it's the same phone as the Honor 7X. It's just you're getting an extra gigabyte of RAM, and you're getting double the ROM in the Mate SC. So if you can afford to pay 30, 40, $50 more, then I would say the Mate SC if you want the extra ROM and the RAM. But if you're wanting to get as cheap as you can, then I would say the Honor 7X. So that's all I'm saying. Because the Mate SC is a better phone as far as, it has 4 GB for RAM instead of 3, and the ROM is 64 GB instead of 32. So, of course, you're going to get more for a few more dollars.
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't shy away from buying the ZTE product. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hey, might as well grab it on the way out. Maybe they'll actually go down in price. Maybe they'll slash all the prices and get rid of all the product or whatever. But they say that there's a lot of product that you can't even buy on the ZTE website now. That's what they're saying on this whole thing. If you guys want to check it out, we can check it out.
Yeah. Anybody that's wanting to, if you can find it, anybody wants to buy a really good ZTE device and you want to unlock, go try to find the ZTE Blade V8 Pro. I've mentioned that a lot of my channels. If you want a good unlocked phone, just really reasonable price, like $120, you won't find a better phone. I'm sorry, you can find a better phone. I mean, that phone is spectacularly awesome for the price. And if you want something unlocked and you want to get a ZTE device before they sell out of them or whatever, then that's what I would go for.
I mean, a lot of people that are probably uneducated about this, and they see ZTE China and all this other stuff, they're probably going to want to get rid of their phone anyway. So you probably would be able to, get a decently priced ZTE product right about now, or a Huawei, because people saying Pentagon, Huawei, banned, and all this other stuff. So I mean, you'd be doing them a favor, I guess. That's what they think, So why not?
Yeah, Sean. Best Buy, they have stopped selling Huawei devices. Yeah, I guess whatever they had left in the stock, they sold, and yeah, they are not going to be getting any more in stock because Best Buy quit having dealings with Huawei, which is yeah.
Hey, that boss Walter, what's going on? I'm a new sub. Hey, thank you for joining on in, man. But yeah, let me see, man. I thought what I want to do actually is I want to see my live count right now. Maybe we can hit 17K right here, man. Live
Yeah,
sub
man.
count. Hold on, guys. Don't live sub count. Live sub count YouTube. See if we can hit 17K right now. I didn't even think about that. Remember why I used to do that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, not Social Blade. No. Live
Can a
count.
Metro ZTE can a Metro ZTE Blade X Max be unlocked to use on AT&T? Yeah, it can be unlocked. I have to pay for it if they don't unlock it automatically.
Let's see here. Let's see.
Yeah, Sean, most definitely. That V8 Pro, that's one of the best ZTEs I've ever used with the V8 Pro. I think it's built really well. It does everything. I mean, honestly, like I said, the Blade V8 Pro kept up in in speed performance and everyday usage with the V20 and the Galaxy S7 from a couple years ago. So I mean, there you go.
All right, so we're gonna try to sub counts.
When you unlock a phone, you just it'll work. I mean, I had a Blade Z Max for Metro PCS, and it unlocked. I put a Cricket SIM card in there, worked like a champ. So yeah.
Look at that, man! 16,996 subscribers. Whoa!
Yeah, you almost there, man.
Yeah, man. So 4 more subscribers, guys. Let's go ahead and try to get that by the end of the stream. Man, would be awesome. I'd love to catch it live, but you know what I'm saying. I love the Axon 7 Mini. Let's read some things here.
Yeah, I was going to read that. Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead, bro.
No, I was going to say, take Insanity, the Axon 7 Mini. Yeah, I got that phone myself. The only problem with the Axon 7 Mini is they're running the awful 617 processor. I've never, ever liked the 617 processor. And if they would have put the 625 in the Axon 7 Mini, it'd have been great. But the 617, it's just, I mean, because it's got the same RAM and ROM as the V8 Pro. The V8 Pro got 625 processor, which works phenomenally well. But they opted for the 617 in the ZTE Axon 7 Mini, which is garbage. I hate to say that, but to me, that was just an awful processor.
Let me see. Night mode. Let's jazz it up a little bit. Sound. There we go. Ooh, that's it. All right, there we go. Hey, got some sound on there. Hey, Zeus phones. What does everybody think about the Zeus phones?
Yeah, some of them are nice, man. And they ain't terribly expensive unless you go for like the top of the line models, of course. They're like $500, something like that. But I've only had one Asus phone back in the day, and that thing was the biggest piece of junk I ever bought. But it was one of their low end budget devices they made, and it was awful.
They made some good phones. Two more to go, guys. Whoa, let's do it.
You're hitting it. Gonna be hitting it.
Oh, one more. 16,999. Hey, one more. There we go. Got it, baby. 17K on the day that ZT dies. Dang, man. That sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. But yeah, so there we go. There you have it, guys. 17,000 subscribers. So, and then we drop below, of course. But I just wanted to catch that moment live with you guys. Love to catch those moments live with you guys. So let's go ahead and switch back to the camera mode again.
How's the new mobile G3? G3 is a good phone. Very good phone. $200, and it's a great phone. Would I say it's better than my V8 Pro? No. But it's a good phone. Yeah, Michael Thomas, man, I was hoping for that ZTE V9 and all like that, but looks like it just ain't gonna happen.
You never know, man. You never know. You never know. I had my 6 cousins subscribe. Thank you, Tech Insanity, man. Thank you, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you for that, man. Yeah, man. These milestones, man, they're great, man. They're great to hit, man. Thank you, everybody. Of course, you guys are so so wonderful. Without you guys, I wouldn't even hit no K, because obviously it's you guys that are watching me.
I have no idea yet, Kenneth. I really don't know yet. I guess it depends on how my battery life is, because my chargers don't put out very good in the car, so I don't know yet. We'll figure that out.
So yeah, man. So Motorola is a good alternative for me. I'm not a Samsung fan, man. I'm not a Samsung fan.
Me either, really.
LG, I don't know, man. That UI is always just so
same. Yeah,
boggy to me,
boring.
dude. It was just like boring and just like I don't know. I mean, I guess I could tolerate them if I had to. Um,
Yeah, LG wouldn't be my first pick of choice. Um, I gotta say right now, still, my number one pick would probably have to be Huawei. You know, I'm
yeah,
just, I mean, their phones work and they work well.
yeah. Huawei's not being sold in stores at the moment, man. So
Yeah.
it's like it sucks, man. It's like if I want something, if I want to just go grab a product from the store and just use it, you know what I'm saying? It's like
Yep.
now it's like no ZTE, no Huawei, no, So now what are you stuck with in stores? You're stuck with Alcatel, you're stuck with LG, stuck with Samsung, stuck with iPhone, which I'm never gonna pay those Apple prices, man. I'm sorry, I just can't do it.
Yeah, I guess now you're gonna be stuck with the same boring LGs. That they make the same phone and put six different names on it. You know,
Yeah,
and then they got like the J3 series with the same phone with five different names in it as well. So you can pretty much just gonna be kind of a boring lineup because a lot of you go into like Target, Walmart, places like that. A lot of their stuff is ZTE. A lot of their stuff is which of course a lot of stuff is also LG as well. So I don't know.
to answer Vincent D's question, CNNmoney.com basically is talking about ZTE is saying that basically their main business operations are kind of slowing down. They're not really doing much because there's a lot of things going on. They can't buy certain processors. They can't really use Androids on their new phones. It's just a lot of stuff and I'm sorry to depress you guys. You know what I'm saying? We're just being real here, I guess.
Just spreading the news.
Just basically spreading the news. And it's news. It's news. It's not like it's just. I mean, they might be hyping it up just a little bit, but I don't think they're hyping it up that much. So, they're basically reporting, and we're reporting with them. So yeah, let me search my channel. Let me get back to my channel. You.
Huawei Ascend X-T2. That's a good phone. Yeah, the Huawei Ascend X-T2 is the same phone as the Huawei Elite. It's just the AT&T version. But yeah, it's a good phone. Very good phone.
So yeah, and like you guys know, obviously I've been a big ZTE fan for a while now. So it's really just like hitting me like, dang man, what the heck?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm big on ZTE. I'm big on Huawei. I like them both, and of course, now a lot of phones I bought were ZTE. You know, and all but a few of them has been really good, or been pretty solid.
Robert Allen makes up a good point too. Look, who would want to step up and take ZTE's place, knowing once they become a threat to Apple and Samsung, they will probably be shut down.
Yeah, so that's what I was saying earlier.
Hmm.
Whenever anything else, especially from China or Chinese, like Motorola is now Lenovo, if they become a big threat, then guess what's going to happen to them? The same thing. They'll make up some bullcrap excuse to shut them out of the country as well.
Oh yeah, of course, of course, of course.
Yeah, the Axon 7, the actual Axon 7, if you still buy one of them brand new, you can pay like $400 for it. I see one the other day, the brand new Axon 7, like 300, $400. I'm like, wow. You know.
Yeah, Sean Robinson says it's not that they're being a threat. Samsung is because they sold to Iran. Well, I mean, the United States, you got to think, man, they've been supplying Iran with money because of the nuclear deal. You know what I'm saying? And they just got out of that, and they've been supplying Iran with lots of money. And the United States gave North Korea a lot of money when they were talking about getting rid of their nuclear program. So it's not like the United States hasn't ever done anything that's not really great. You know what I'm saying? So they sell weapons to Saudi Arabia. You know what I'm saying? Are making the Middle Eastern over there fight even worse. So it's not just black and white. You know what I'm saying? That's what everybody thinks, but I don't think so. There's lots of companies and lots of things that the U.S. has done in the past. So it's not like America's just their hands are clean. They're not. No.
Yeah. I mean, and you see what ZTE is getting here by selling on a processor or selling parts like that. I mean, seriously.
Mm-hmm.
I mean that's little stuff. I mean.
Yep. We need to quit giving other countries money and focus on our own country. We're giving away money and we're in debt, which is another reason I think we're banning Chinese phones is because we owe China. Probably. Let's see here. Let me see. Do you think Motorola would be at risk since they are bigger? I don't know. I'm curious as to where Samsung and Apple phones are made at. China also. Yep, they are.
They are. Just because they're designed in California, like Apple, they don't. My iPhones say designed in California, made in China. And if they're made in China, guess what? They can do whatever they want to do when they make that phone. Don't bury your head in the sand, people.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, anyways, off that little thing.
What do you think of BlackBerry? Well, BlackBerry is actually now by TCL, which also makes Alcatel. So, I mean, I don't know. I believe the BlackBerry's trying, but I just don't know, man.
Yeah, I think it's a little too late for them. So let's go ahead and take a look at this money.com or the ZTE CNN money ZTE CNN money. Let's see here. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look here. We're gonna go ahead and open this up. What's up, Latrell Jennings? What's going on, man? And then we're gonna go ahead and broadcast this to everybody or screen share.
Yeah, Ryan, Vivo, man, they're making some stuff, man. I tell you, they're making some crazy phones. I mean, I don't know. I'm telling you, I see some of their concept stuff, man. That stuff is wild.
So CNN Tech here says China's ZTE says main operations have ceased after U.S. ban by Jackie Wattles. So ZTE Corporation, the Chinese firm that sells millions of phones in the United States, has halted major operating activities after U.S. ban against the company went into effect, according to a new public filing. Some of the company's products, which include smartphones and telecommunications equipment, appear to no longer be for sale online Wednesday. It was unclear exactly which ZTE's operations were impacted. The public filing says the company has enough cash to fulfill its commercial obligations. No further details were offered. The company did not immediately sponsor requests for more information. Last month, the U.S. Commerce, blocked, until 2025. So Washington accused ZTE of violating U.S. sanctions on North Korea and Iran, and then lied to U.S. officials about whether the employees responsible were punished. ZTE denies it did not take adequate corrective action, and the crackdown has been interpreted as part of a broader push by the United States to stifle China's tech ambition. So there you go. That's what ZTE's viewpoint is. Last month, ZTE said it expected its business to be severely impacted by the sanctions, and its stock halted trading on the Hong Kong exchange April 16th. A New York Times journalist in China reported Wednesday that manufacturing has been shuttered at the company's plant in Shenzhen. So basically, they stopped producing phones. So that's really bad. If ZTE goes out of business, it would mark the most dramatic development yet in a looming trade war between China and the United States. Washington moved in March to, all right, we're just kind of going back about what's going on. All right, so there you go. That's basically what's going on, guys. So we'll stop sharing there. Go back on the camera. All right.
Having some mic issues. Hang on a second.
I hear it. Or don't hear it.
Worked fine till I.
What you do? What you touch, man? No touchy. No touchy. So no more ZTE phones in the US. They can't even come to CES. Nope. I wonder if that includes them not coming to CES anymore. I don't think they're going to go to CES. Why would they go to CES? But, I mean, But 7 years, only 7 years? I mean, come on, guys. 7 years. That's a long time. 7 years, even 7 months is a long time in, the tech world. I mean, come on. 7 years ago, we were using iPhone 4s. I mean, come on. Look at how big the industry's gotten and how different and diverse and everything. So 7 years out of a game is just too big of a gap.
Yeah. Nowadays. 7 years that they'll be unheard of. You'll be like ZTE who, 7 years.
Mm-hmm. They don't want poor people to have decent budget phones. That's probably who's going to affect the most is, people that don't really have that much money to spend on phones. Alrighty. So dang. Well, I mean, did you wanna end it, bros or guys? Because I'm kind of like Little John's sleeping, so he's actually sick right now.
That's up to you, man. Not really else much to talk about, I guess. I mean,
Yeah, this is just basically I just wanted to focus on that, and that's about it, really. We'll go ahead and go.
But I mean, people, like Benson said, ZTE screwed himself. I mean, yeah, but like I said, they paid the government, what was it, $1 billion in fines.
Mm-hmm.
They paid that, and now it's just like, oh well, you didn't punish, you didn't fire people like we told you to do. So, okay, you gave us $1 billion, but now we're going to throw you out the pasture now for 7 years. Anthony says, hang on one second. Anthony says, answer my question real quick. I'm trying to see where your question's at. You think that Cricket AT&T going to have coverage in those dead spots? Up in the air, man. Who knows? It's up to them. Hopefully they will. There's dead spots everywhere, though.
All right. So, yeah. So that's basically the interpretation, guys. So hopefully you guys have a great night. Like I said, Little John is kind of sick and it's kind of getting hot in here. So I'm going to go ahead and go and chill out, cool off. All right, guys. Well, thank you for y'all for watching. Please subscribe to CV Tech. My man's over there.
Yeah. Good to be on here with you, man.
All right. So, yeah, we don't know if CV Tech's going to go live or not.
I don't know yet. I ain't decided.
You can hit him up on social media and bug him on all his channels or all his social media sites.
Don't say that. Nah, I'm playing.
All right. Peace out, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye now.